I can see the comments already. Oh, he thinks we won the offseason. We lost all our good players. We didn't make a big splash signing, blah, blah, blah. I want to educate some of my viewers on grammar, sentence structure. Just because I claim that something might be a possibility, how the Raiders won the offseason without doing anything or before it even started, or this is why I think blah, 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 doesn't mean that my word is gospel. Doesn't mean that objectively the Raiders made the best moves this offseason. I'm simply stating why I believe the moves that we made, or the lack thereof moves that were not made, were done for a specific reason. Now, I am not going to come on here and tell you that John Spytek and Pete Carroll had a plan, and that plan was laid out, and it was executed to perfection. Because Pete Carroll admitted right to our faces, we need to bring back every free agent we have on defense. And they did not do that. Now, was he just blowing smoke? I don't believe so. I don't think this is an AP situation where he's going to say one thing and do another. I think he wanted to bring back all the defensive free agents. But what's interesting about some people saying, and it's not a lot, because I saw a lot of people saying initially, oh, we're not doing anything. And then the more you saw nobody else in the National Football League do anything, the more you realized this free agent class was not that good. There are some people that are upset with the lack of big-name signings, and there are some people that are upset that we let these defensive players walk. Now, here's the thing. When I laid out my free agent plan, I gave you the contracts that I would give to Trayvon Merrick, Spillane, and Malcolm Kuntz. I would have given Trayvon Merrick 4 years, $50 million. The Panthers gave him 3 years, $50 million. 17 per year instead of 12 per year. So that's just one example of a team that's got money to burn, right, with zero expectation, because we used to have money to burn, but now with Geno and Max, we do not have money to burn anymore. A team like the Panthers that does have that is overpaying for a good, not great safety. So while I explained to you why I think that the Raiders made a lot of moves before this free agency period even began to solidify themselves as having a pretty good offseason, even though they lost a lot of their defensive guys, I need you to bear with me while I explain that. Before I get into that, about 50% of you who watch this constantly, consistently, are not yet subscribed. What's up with that? Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 13,000 before the draft. Can we get to 14 or 15,000 before the new league year? That would be absolutely insane. Hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Don't be a lurker. Also, link in the description below to my Patreon. Patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. If you sign up for the $5 or $10 tier, you get your name at the end of the credits. You can become an executive producer for this show. You get exclusive content, ad-free content. You get videos days in advance, all that good stuff. Link is in the description below. Join the Patreon. Albert Breer had a tweet, I think a couple days ago. I'm recording this on Thursday. By the way, I go live on Bleacher Report 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday and Friday. These are kind of like my traditional, like, summarize what I'm going to be talking about later during my live in length. This is my summarized version of that. He had a tweet that said something like, I've been telling you guys the free agent class has sucked for 2 months, and now when nobody gets signed, everyone wants to panic that, oh, my team's not doing enough. I saw a lot of people, not as many as maybe last year or in years past. I saw a lot of people saying, we didn't make any big splash signings. Guys, I'm here to tell you, nobody made a big splash signing because there are no big splash signings to be made. The big splash moves were Geno Smith to the Raiders, was Myles Garrett back to his team, was Max Crosby back to his team. Those are the big splashes. Milton Williams, who I would have loved to have, Josh Sweat, who I would have loved to have, Chris Godwin, who I would have loved to have, are not splash signings. Chris Godwin was the one guy that I was really hurt that he didn't sign with us. But apparently, according to Ian Rappaport, he took $20 million less to stay in Tampa Bay. And there are multiple teams in on him. So what are you going to do? It's a two-way street. John Spytek comes from a regime that, yes, takes care of their own. And we did half of that. We re-signed Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, and Adam Butler We let go. Nate Hobbs didn't surprise me. Robert Spillane I would have liked to have back, but we can find another Robert Spillane. And Trayvon Merrick, who is overpaid in my opinion. We want to build this thing through the draft, which is what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did. They drafted ready-to-play, plug-and-play players, and they were able to flip the script, becoming one of the youngest teams after having been just one of the oldest teams with Brady, AB, and Gronkowski. They moved to Baker Mayfield. They moved to Cade Otton. They moved to all these young guys that they drafted, Bucky Irving, to be able to build this thing the right way. And it all starts with the foundation that you start with in the draft. Now, yes, again, I would have loved to have signed a couple of these guys. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know anything about the linebacker from the Steelers or that other safety that we signed that's not Jeremy Chinn. I'm not going to come on here and make a video that says, sneaky great signing for depth. Like, I'm not going to bait you into thinking that we just signed some diamond in the rough. Maybe we did, but I don't know that for sure, and nobody else does. I'm not going to mine the content for everybody that we sign. Now, Jeremy Chinn, I talked about a little bit when I made the Malcolm Kuntz video. He's a good replacement for Trayvon Merrick because he's around the same skill level, but he's about half the cost. Trayvon Merrick is a better cover safety. Jeremy Chinn is a better defender in terms of tackling, wrapping up, flying to the football. We're going to build this thing through the draft. And the reason why I think that the Raiders put themselves in a very good position pre-free agency is because they located the best quarterback on the market to change teams this year. He's better than Russell Wilson, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold. He's not better than Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford was off the market, and we tried our best to get him. Geno Smith was the safest, best option moving forward at the quarterback position, and we figured out that position. We were not in a position to have to scramble to find somebody before any of the new league year even started. And there was a report that just came out from Bleacher Report that is claiming that the Giants and the Steelers are begging Aaron Rodgers to make a decision to sign with them. Because if Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to the Giants, they're going to have to draft Shedeur Sanders. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to the Steelers, they're going to have to settle for Russell Wilson. We would be in this situation if Spytech and the gang and the front office did not go out and immediately get Geno Smith. And that move has to, fold into the offseason that we're having. And the Max Crosby extension, there's another world in which he could have been traded, has to fold into the offseason moves that we made, along with Malcolm Kuntz and Adam Butler and Jeremy Chinn and Raheem Mostert. Again, these guys aren't blowing the doors off of the excitement that I have, but there's nobody out there that was an all-pro. There's some borderline Pro Bowlers. That's all well and good. But the deals that you make this year also go into the salary that you have to give people in the draft, people that are going to get cut, and people for free agencies to come. Eventually, we're going to have to extend people like Brock Bowers, right? If we draft a rookie quarterback, we're going to have to potentially extend him one day. This all goes into building the foundation, setting us up for the future. And I think the moves that we made put us in a position to relax. We don't have to worry about the Max Crosby moving. We don't have to worry about Malcolm Kuntz going to another team. And now we don't have another edge rush. We have to worry that Tyree Wilson is going to be the guy. Don't have to worry about that. We've got Adam Butler and Wilkins up the middle. Don't forget Wilkins is coming back. That's an addition just by getting healthy. We got to find another corner and a couple linebackers. Again, that's what the draft is for. Pete Carroll, one of the founders of the Legion of Boom, is going to be able to locate guys on defense that can play right away. So while, yes, it would have been nice to go get a Milton Williams or a Josh Sweat or a Dre Greenlaw, those guys I wanted to get. A lot of that money needed to go toward the future of Geno Smith, and we needed to solidify the quarterback spot because now the Steelers or the Giants might go into a situation like the Raiders were last year where we went in with Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. So being able to extend Max and getting Geno and saying no thank you to overpaying for a couple of the defensive guys, which I would have liked to bring back, was a way to show we're going to work smarter, not harder. I would have liked to re-sign all of them, but it's a business. It's the National Football League. These things happen. I don't see a lot of hysteria in Raider Nation because I think a lot of people that especially watch this channel understand how not great the free agent class was. And again, my plan was to try to bring back most of these guys. but I didn't foresee us trading for Geno Smith. So I'm happy that we did that. And I think we're in a good position here moving forward to just start competing 8, 9, 10-ish wins. Build for the future. Draft a rookie to learn under Geno, and we'll move from there. But we've got moves to make. Just wait and see what happens here. Like I said before, join that Patreon. Link is in the description below. Join that Discord. As I bring up my patrons here that I'm going to read off, if you want your name read at the end of the credits, you want to become an executive producer of this channel, this is how you do it. You sign up, and I'm going to read them all right now. Shout out to Raider Rod. Hi, Dad. Emac, Kiss the Guy. Triple, Austin Newland, Broadway Scott, Lindsay, Admiral Tonic, Mark McBride, Darlene McBride, DeDrewster 100, Melissa Laborde, Hi Mom, Raider Wolf, Brian M, Mark V, Half Black Zach, Devin Outfleet, TV Diz 1215, Robert Mario O, Donuts Duncan, Raider Jeff, Raider Rico 26, Pack That Bull, Green 12, OB, Isaac, and Christopher Ramos. If you want to become one of those EPs, link is reachable on my Patreon. Join the Discord. It is free. I will be live 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on Bleacher Report. Please be sure to subscribe. It's free after, no charge to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.